So I got this old Stanley 80 surface planer off of eBay, pretty cheap with a pile of other block planers. Only problem is it's only got one key and it needs another one on this side and another one in here. And this one is a different size than this. Even though this is nice old style Stanley 80, old with the curved side here, it's pretty hard to find these keys and they're expensive, and I need to get this thing going. So I think I'm gonna drill these out to more standard size. Here's what I got to try out. I got this here. Original is 1028 size or thereabouts. Might not even be 1028. And what I got here is next higher up is 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch 20, and this is 1/4 inch 28. So it was 1028. I thought it would be nice, but it's plastic and a little bit slippery. Doesn't have enough bite on the thumbs. This one here is a really nice feeling thumb screw and kind of like a black oxide coating. And I think that's what I'm going to go with. So $5 later, Amazon can get 1/4 inch 20 tap along with a number 7 drill bit. So the best way I found to tap this, drill it and tap it, is to put her in the old Shopsmith. Really nice drill press operation on this with a tilting bed. I use this little piece of steel angle fit in the slot to stabilize it. And when you get it lined up just about right, you can get a drill bit that goes all the way through, come out the other side. That way you know you got it all lined up and you're going straight with the original hole. And I use just the biggest drill bit that I can that fits in that hole. So here we go, number 7 drill bit with the 1/4 20. Okay, got the drill bit loaded up. Going to want to put on your safety goggles for this next step. Let's give it a whirl. I got the fence holding the back of it, and it's not really held in place too much, so I'll use my thumb to make sure she doesn't move around too much. There we go. Since I got the angle set up, I'm just gonna put the tap in there. Make sure that it's got the full depth on here. Yep, there we go. I'm just gonna put the sanding disc on the back of it. Makes it so I can turn it by hand, nice and easy. So I think I got it lined up pretty good. Thought I might throw this big C-clamp on there to hold it in place, since I'm going to be doing this by hand and it's kind of a two-handed job. Oh, might want to cutting oil. Oop. Okay. A little dab will do ya. Okay, let's see how she goes. Looks like a pretty good lineup. See some metal shavings coming off. That's cast iron is pretty soft. Oh, might be through. Yep, we're through. Just a gentle touch on the lever that's making it go deeper. Take her out. All right, I think she's done. Well, the thumb screw goes in just fine, but it doesn't come through the other side. I'm not sure why it didn't. I thought we ran that tap at least a quarter of an inch or a half an inch further, but try it again. Well, run it by hand. See if that works. Now she's working real good. All right, one down, two to go. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the angle on these other two holes looks to be about the same, but I do have to lower the table a little bit. I lowered the table a little bit, and that is looking pretty good. Test out the other hole as well. Yep, there we go. Looking good. Throw the old tap bit number 7 back in there. Maybe move this down. Now I think we're ready to go. Ready to put the tap back in there. Okay, we got it clamped down with the C-clamp and lined up with the tap. And that worked so good last time, doing it by hand. I think we'll try that again. Oop. Forgot the missing ingredient. There we go. I like to go about half a turn and then a quarter turn back. This is pretty soft cast iron, so not too hard. Okay, I'm through. Spin it up as far as we can go. That passed it by a good ½ inch. Right, I think we're good. See if we got it lined up. Just a tad bit. Clean some of these metal filings off of there.
Okay, we're through. So I'm just gonna run it. A good ½ inch through now. Check it out right now. Alright.
Get all the metal filings out. Works good. So these are way too long. They got to be cut off, but we'll do that in the next step. 25 hundredths, 1/4 of an inch. You're gonna have to drill this out because they don't quite fit through there yet. Here we have some stepper bits from Harbor Freight. 10 bucks, I think, for all three. Come in really handy. And they all three have 1/4 inch on there. You can see right there, but it says 1/4 inch, if you can see it. And here we go. Open this hole up to 1/4 inch. See if they fit in there. Yep, nice fit. This is a handy tool for taking off that little burr. It's called the deburring tool. About 10 bucks on Amazon. And you get a bunch of these extra ones too. So let's assemble it. Does not quite line up. This little bar has a slight bend to it. Not ideal. I think I should flatten this thing back out. Might give us the extra. Pretty flat to me. Yep, it's flat. So the holes are just a little bit too close together. The way I'm going to fix that is grab all my small round files and see if I can file these holes just a little bit on the upper side and the lower side. Here I got my piece. Just going to put some upward pressure. And on the bottom, downward pressure. That should do it. Okay, now we got these holes ovalized and the thumb screws are fitting through real nice. This slides real easy. This is going to work great. Only problem, these thumb screws are a little on the long side. I could cut them to 1/2 inch. I think the original was 3/8. So if I can cut them down to about 1/2 inch, I'd be happy. This is a really good tool, but one of the main things I don't like about it, or didn't like about it, is that Stanley uses different size threads and different size thumb screws on the same device. And on the same device, some of their planes, they might have 5 or 6 different types of threads and thumb screws instead of just using all the same. So on here, I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to do all the parts interchangeable. So all the thumb screws will be identical, 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut these on my bandsaw, my portaband, and just so that the threads don't get too screwed up. They always get a little bit screwed up when you cut them. So I put these little nuts on here, same size, so that once they're cut, it's easy to take these nuts off and it will clean the threads. Measure twice, cut once. That looks about right too. Okay, let's go cut them. Okay, so here we got the portaband. So that's what I'm going to use to cut these. And Well, that's not cutting very good. Well, I gotta change the blade on that quarter band. In the meantime, I guess we will cut it off with this. Oh, kind of hard to clamp it. It's so small, so I'm just gonna hold it while I cut it and be careful with it. Looks like the threads are pretty good. I might just take a file, take the sharp edges off. Let's cut the second one. Should go smoother the second time, I hope. Kind of hot. Kind of hot when the sparks are hitting your hand. I'll hit it with the file a little bit. Numero tres. Okay, so we got all the parts cut, fitting real good, and it's out to the other side right about there, and still have a good 1/4 inch that we can screw it in if we need to. Put a little bow in the blade. Looks nice, feels really stout, easy to turn. And the beauty of this, it was really cheap. $5 for the tap and the drill. And these thumb screws I got for $1 each at a surplus store. Tell me what you think. Did I just destroy an antique cabinet scraper, or did I improve on it? Maybe someday I'll even brush it down and repaint it, but I'm really looking for functionality here. And the bottom of it is nice and flat, so I don't even have to touch that. That's really important thing, is the bottom, and then getting some blades in here that work. Okay, that's the end.